everyone, and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. It is Wednesday, and I am here to create a really fun card with you. Hello, everybody. I'm really excited to join you today. Thanks for joining me. And we are going to create a really fun card. I want to make sure my volume is down. Hi, Nola, Carol, and Tashana. How are you? Welcome. So, a couple quick announcements really quickly. The very first one I want to share with you are the penguins are back in stock. So, I'm going to link below. I don't know if I did that already, but if it's not there, it will be on my blog, and I'll post it right after this video. That the penguins are available. There's a link right there on my Facebook page. There is a link there. You could just grab it and go straight over. And it already has my host code attached to it. So just grab it and go. Those have been a hot item that people have been waiting for, and they are back in stock. Speaking of back in stock, what I want to talk to you about really quickly is orders. For those of you that did bingo, and you won, and I put your order in. I put it in the moment you gave it to me, and once you paid your overage and whatever, those orders went in. Because of the big sale we just had, I'm just starting to see those start to ship. So hopefully they ship today. If they didn't, I'm guessing it may be, I don't remember if they're closed. I think they're closed Friday, so probably Monday. So thanks for sharing that, Becky. I appreciate that. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Linda. Hi, Patty. Welcome, everybody. So be patient with your orders with that big sale. It was way bigger than they expected, which is fantastic news. And so they are getting those orders out just as quickly as they can. So be patient, and hopefully that'll get going. Another big announcement is December 1st, Stampin' Up is going to back off on the back orders. So you know that it's, when you go buy something and it's on back order, they'll allow you to purchase it. What they did is they kind of made a change to where the first so many, they're going to say back order and allow you to order it, and then they would send it to you when they can. With the way product is going right now, and the products that are out in the ocean, and the shipping and everything that's going on right now, Stampin' Up has decided to take the back order off. So if it is not available, it will not be available to purchase until we have it in hand. So I think this is a great idea for Stampin' Up. As a business move, I thought they were very, very generous doing the back orders like they were. But keep in mind that when your order goes to you, you're paying for that shipping. Then they're resending a bunch of items out that were on back order. And so not only for that purpose, but for the purpose of all this shipping stuff. And it's not just Stampin' Up. Trust me, it's all over the world. They are deciding if it's in hand, it's for sale. If it's not, it will just say currently unavailable, so keep an eye out for that. If you are looking for something specific that you're wanting it to come back in stock, and if you're a customer of mine, let me know. As I notice things come back in, I will definitely message you and let you know that your item is available. So hopefully that's going to be a little helpful in the long run with ordering. All right. Hi, everybody. Judith, Terry, Diane, Gloria, Stephanie, welcome. Jennifer. Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Gosh, it is going to be very relaxing at my house. We're just going to kind of chill. My husband and I are going to play games and just have some fun, quiet time. My son, who moved to town, is going to go see her parents. And so they're going to go back up to Washington, but they will be home for Christmas. And my daughter's spending Thanksgiving with her husband's family and everybody, and staying home. They'll be here for Christmas also. So it's going to be quiet here. My husband's working on the motorhome for a trip we're going in January, and I've got a bunch of retired stuff that I'm working on. I'm working on this big project here with some old colors and some paper, and these are going to be kind of like just giveaways, cards with my business card in, looking for some new customers. So that's what I've been working on, and on bingo. Okay, hi Felicia. All right, so that's what I wanted to say. Penguins are in. The next thing I want to say is December's bingo is set for December 14th. I will get a stamp set list out as soon as I have one. I'm still working on projects. So as soon as I've got those all up and ready to go, I will let you know. It's going to be a special bingo. It is Christmas, and so, you know, Christmas is fun to give, right? So we're going to have a great time doing that bingo. So don't forget to sign up. You can go to my blog, and there's a link below for December bingo. So you can click there. All right, what else? I got to look at my list here. So I've got the orders I talked about, the back orders I talked about, my blog. So last week I decided, because of the specials and then my post, and I didn't want you to be overwhelmed with getting blog updates in your email. So I waited until Monday to push out Sundays and last Wednesdays along with some announcements. And for some reason, after the announcement one went out, I can't get my blog post to go out again. So I'm hoping tomorrow you'll get a blog post like normal. So you're going to have to go back if you want to see the details about this bird card that I just did. But you can always go to my blog. You don't have to wait for your email. So I do post it, and it's there if you ever want to go for, you know, details or measurements or anything like that. So you can always go check it out. Okay, bingo. I have a prize I'm giving away today. So I gave instructions on my last video on how to get entered for the prize. So that will happen tonight. Penguins are in. Okay, one last thing, of course, is joining my team. I would love for you to join my team. There's an amazing special going on right now. This will take you through the holiday catalog. You'll stay current, and you can just shop with a discount, and that is all you need to do is get a discount. For $75, you can get $125 in product, and you can choose the product of your choice. And when you do that, you will also on December 1st be able to purchase from the new catalog, because as demonstrators we get to do that on December 1st. So that is really exciting. And then you'll stay current through the end of March. April will be your grace period, and you're going to start seeing items from the new catalog and the talk of the new catalog, because that's going to start coming about. So right now is a great time to join and be involved with all of that. Get a discount. There's a great Facebook page you'll be a part of that will give you so much inspiration. And so that will be available to you also once you join. And you can join by going to my blog. At the top, it says join my team. And you can just click there. If you have any questions, let me know, and I can answer them for you. All right, so I decided to do a card. I saw this new stamp set, the Sweet Conversations, that's coming up for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to pull the paper to show you because I'm not using it today, but I'm going to pull it because it's just so pretty. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Sandy. And, but when I saw this, so I saw these little like speckly things right here, and there's a larger one right here, and I was thinking, And then I saw the X's and the O's, so I thought of the circle with this, with the speckly thing right here. I'm going backwards, so I'm like, I can't see straight. And then, of course, the heart over here. And so I decided to come up with a really fun card, which is this one right here, and created with the hearts. And you know me, I decided I need to do a flower card and create my own DSP. So if you saw this one, you know what my go-to colors are when I do these cards. I did this and then I was like, wait a minute. I think I did a card like that. And this is with the dahlia set with the little flower, remember? So I just love these colors, obviously. They're so pretty and cheerful. Okay, I'm going to grab this paper so I can show you. You've probably seen it because a lot of people are doing the hauls and unboxing of their new sets. And I've used some of this just to see what's coming up. But look how pretty this is. These are some really pretty papers. I just love this. And the dies cut these hearts out too. These are like lollipops. The hearts are lollipops too. You can barely see the sticks on there. But that's what those are. So cute. And I have, speaking of lollipops, I have something big coming too. It's going to be really fun. But look at this paper. Look at these lines. Isn't that, oh gosh. So anyway, this paper is just so much fun. Look at the purples with the stripes. How pretty. So there's a lot of really, really fun papers in here and a lot of things I can think of that are going to be coming our way. But let's get back to this card and think about what I did here. So I'm going to show you how I used this. I am using a few things in the Friendly Hello too. And this is in your Sale-a-bration, and I've already showed you the paper that comes with that. So these are going to work really great together. So what I did, and what we won't do today, I'm going to change it up a little bit. But you know, if you follow me, how I work. And so I did a full sheet of paper. Okay, so this is what I did. And I created this full set, and this is how we got our card. We're just going to do it with one piece. So I'm going to show you what I would do if I did it with one. So let's just set that aside for now. And I'm going to do a thick white card base. I have a black panel just because I really think this makes it pop, even though it's just a tiny, tiny border. I'm going to bring this in because we're going to be stamping off the edge of it. Hi, Sharon. Okay, so now that is what we are going to do. And I think I had another white piece of paper, and I'm going to make sure I'm not... I had two, and now I have one. I want to make sure I'm not going to see. I would have just stamped right on top of the... This is the right one, but I had a white piece, and now, well, we're just going to grab another white piece and take care of that. All right, so what we did is these are the colors I'm using. Oh, before we get started, if you guys could share my video, I'd really love it. That would really help me. You guys know how the algorithm is. It just loves sharing and liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. So I would really appreciate that. We're going to use Crumb Cake, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, Gorgeous Grape, and Polished Pink, which I used on a different project. So here it is. And then we're going to use a Wink of Stella. So don't forget that. Look at these. These are the new brushed brass butterflies. We are going to use those too. They are so pretty. I wish I could bring them up and not get all crazy on you. Let's see if I do this. So this is where they are. They're just a brushed metallic, the tiny ones and then the larger ones. They're so pretty. Okay, so we'll set those aside and let's just get started. So the first thing I did is I brought the heart in that was a little longer. This one here. I tried the larger one and that was just way too big. So I brought the smaller skinny one in because this one's a little fatter and you can use both of those also. But I liked this because it gives you a little bit more elongated petals, if you will. So we're going to use this with our polished pink. But first we're going to do our Granny Apple Green because we need to have a center of our flower, right? So I took the circle, which is right here, and then this is the one I use for the middle, and then this is the one I use for the leaves. Okay, so that's that one. We're going to take the green, and I use Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to go right up here in this corner, and we're going to start there, and then we're going to do one right about here, and we will kind of fill in as we go. Because we are going off the page, I'm going to do that. We want it to look realistic, like it's a full piece of paper, right? And then I'm going to go close to the edge here so we can get some in. And if it overlaps, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, because we have other items to fill in our images. So I'm just going to kind of randomly do that. Hi Sandy, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Okay, now here's the little secret what I did. So as you can see, the hearts are going to come right up to the circle, but you want to not get ink on the tip because you need to get this heart right up to that circle. So I just went off the edge right here like this. Oh, you know what we need? Well, I need a drink first. My iced tea. I'm getting thirsty here already. We need a baby wipe out. Just in case, I'm just going to set this aside. Okay. I'm just going to make sure I got that off. And you can just wipe that bottom off if you want. But what I did is just come right up to the edge. And it doesn't have to be exact at all. So hopefully my head's not in the way because this is going to be kind of a thing. So you can go right up close for your flower. Okay, again, you're going to just stamp right here. And then you're going to come up, and I just overlap a little bit. Just overlap it a little bit. It's not a big deal. Number one, it's going to give you a little more dimension. But you don't want a lot of space in between. And just what I do is make sure your green is, you're coming straight up against it. You don't want to be angled too much. You want to kind of come right up against. So no matter how this overlaps a little or a lot, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so just kind of come up. Okay, and so let me bring that in a little bit. Can you just, sure you can, Terry. You can just mask the circles off if you want, but for me, this was just as fast, especially with switching colors and everything. I was just like, I just went right up to it, and I just kind of like how it came out like this, but yes, you could mask them off if you wanted. So again, I'm coming straight up to the green, and it's easy enough to just stamp, you know, the edge and miss that point, and you really don't need to miss it that much. And if your leaves go up or down, because remember now we're talking leaves, not hearts, and it's okay if some are a little longer than others. So see, I'm coming directly to the circle. Have a glare that way. Okay, so there is your first flower. And I'm going to make this one yellow, this one purple, and I'm going to go pink down here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with my pink. And just overlap them a little bit. Thanks, Gloria. Thank you, Tashana. All right. So the flowers do take a little bit of time, and it probably would have been smart to get the flowers done now that I explained them and move on, but that's okay. All right, so now we're just going to clean this off. So you see how I went off the edge, which is perfect because it looks like DSP. And so we're going to close this up and move on. Let's do our Mango Melody, one of my favorites. All right, so now we're going to go to Mango Melody. And we're going to do this one. So again, any of the edges work just fine. But look at how different that is. As soon as I saw the hearts, I was thinking that, and then really what gave it to me is this. Like, I'm not quite sure what the purpose of this is, unless it's just to take up space. I'm gonna have to look closer at the DSP, but just to kind of take up some space if you're doing your own DSP with this set, with, you know, hearts. And I like how that paper has the lollipops. Really, really cute. Okay, so I found myself that I was kind of turning my hand a little bit, and I want to make sure that I'm coming straight on. Okay, there we go. And now we'll switch over to purple. So Gorgeous Grape is our next color. Okay, so I have a little piece of ink right there, but we're going to take care of that, so I'll show you how we do that. So today's giveaway, I'm really excited about, oops, I went a little too close. I'm really excited about the giveaway today. So last week, I did a card, I think it was Sunday, and we talked about the tape cutter that I have, and I use it on my tear and tape. And so I have one that I'm going to give away today. So of course with the holidays it probably won't go in the mail till Saturday. But I'm excited to give one of those away. I love mine. I've had it for a really long time. All right, so we're almost done with this one. Okay, and there's a big white spot there, so I'm just gonna do one more right there. All right, and now we'll do, oops, there I go again. Is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Oh, see what I just did? Because the paper went like this. So I'm just going to go right up to that. Okay. Especially when you're doing your own DSP, it's really forgiving. My husband said, oh, are you ready to go to Costco? He got off work early and he came home, and I'm like, no, I have a video tonight. And he's like, oh, do you want me to go by myself? And I'm like, no, because I'm going to buy some snack stuff for us to have for the weekend when we're playing games. And I got to look at some kids' presents. And not that I really want to go to Costco tonight, but, you know, I like to really start working on my shopping now and get everything packaged up. And so I can put it under the tree. Oh my gosh, who saw the video of my grandson getting his arm stuck in my Christmas, in my Christmas decoration thing? My little train. Oh man. That was really funny. Okay, so kind of figure it out, and I think I'm going to do it this way because I've got purple up here, and I want my sentiment to go over here. I want my yellow to show, so we're going to leave that out. Now what we're going to do is we are going to bring in our little squirrely little doodads here. So in our Friendly Hello, we're going to use the leaves, but we're also going to use these cute little swirls right here. But you know what? I'm going to do the leaves first because those are important for placing, right? Oh, nice, Tashana. Oh, thanks. He is so cute. He was so funny because he was over there and he was like looking at it, and you know, he just kept trying to touch it. And he had one of his little cars and one of his little people, and he wanted to get over there and touch that so bad. And I kept saying, don't touch it, don't touch it. And he's like, I'm not. And then the next thing he hears is, Ani, I need help. Okay, so I'm going to find some space. There's a lot of open space there. So I'm going to do my leaf right here. And what's really nice about these leaves is this has a curve right here, okay? And same with the little one. There's a little curve that I put right up against this other one. And so it just kind of looks like the leaves go there. And I'm just going to put this little leaf right here. Okay, so it looks like it's part of that. I'm going to go back to the large one. I'm going to put a large one over here for sure. I think I'm going to put it here. So, and what's nice is these are polymer. You can see right through them, which is really nice. Hi, Mary, welcome. And then you're just going to go right into there. And so I like to do a large and a small and then a small. So I'm just going to stick the small in there. If it goes over the other flower, I do not care. That works just fine. I'm going to do this one right here for the small. And I think I'm going to do the large one right here. So I try not, I mean, they don't have to be across from each other, but I don't want them right next to each other either. I want them to have a little bit of space. And because this one's over here and that one's there, those are going to go out. I have space over here, so I'm going to go with the larger one. So just kind of, you know, space them out a little bit. Really what you're trying to do is fill up your paper. So take this one. All right, and then this little one, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wait on that because I want to do a large one, but I think I'm going to do the large ones over here because I have two over here, right? So we're going to go, I'm going to do it right here. So that's the large. And this is the small. I love how they just make these to where they just fit each other so nicely. I do have a large and a small over here, but there's a lot of space over here. So I'm going to take this large one, but I'm going to do it right from the outside. So it could either look like it's attached to a different flower, and I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to take the large one like this. And then I'm going to take the small one and just kind of go right there. Just kind of make it look like it's there. And I'm going to do the same right there. So it just kind of fills up your paper. So I've got the 3, the 3, 3, 3. And I'm going to do something over here. And I think what I'm going to do is just do it right here. Okay, so there we go. It's a little fuller than my other one because I was able to do more flowers on this paper, right? Hi, Nancy Lee. Thanks, Judith. Oh, Gloria, go to my, when you go to my Facebook, my business Facebook, which is Marcie Besecker Designs, you'll see it on there. Little stinker, he's, oh. I made sure he was okay first before I videotaped, just so you know, because he was very calm and very like, I'm stuck. Okay, so now we're going to take our little tiny swirly flowers, and what I did is I put the mango on the pink, so that's what I started on, the polished pink. So I'm going to take a large, and I'm just going to put it and bring it right out here. And I think I'll do one right here for a large one. And I think I'll take this and just kind of put one kind of right there like it's coming from another spot. Okay, so that's enough of that one. Now we're going to take the little one. And I think I'm just going to come in right there, kind of like it's attached to this flower. And then I'm going to come, there's some opening right here. I think we'll just do it right there. And I think I'm going to add another one right here, which is fine. And same thing, I'll do a little flower right there. Okay, so we're just kind of, again, filling it up a little bit. Now, on the mango flower, we are going to do the purple. So we're going to bring in Gorgeous Grape. We're going to do the same thing. So like I said, this one is busier because this one I did a full sheet, and you don't have as much control because I took the green and I kind of, you know, put them over, which is fine. When you're doing it by itself like this, it's kind of nice because you get more control of being able to add a lot more in here, right? So I'm going to go right there, and then we're going to bring in the little one, and I think I'm just going to add it right here. Okay, and that kind of went over each other, which is probably not my favorite thought, but we'll put the sentiment down there. If you took time, you could spread it out a little bit and it looks good. But I will take a purple and probably just add it right here, kind of like it's on another flower up here. All right, so that's enough of that. And now we'll bring in the polished pink, and we'll come off of the purple. Thanks, you guys. Okay, so off the purple, we're going to do a polished pink. And I think I'm going to come right here. And right there. And maybe right there. Okay, that's enough. I think I'm going to put just, no, because we've got pink right there, so I'm good with that. Then we'll take the little one, again with some pink, and we can add right there. And I think we don't need another one. We'll leave it like that. All right, so there we go. The last thing I did is I took this with crumb cake, and this comes right here. Okay, this is in the bird. Anything that comes like this, and I've told you guys before, if there's like some grunge or like, oh, Gorgeous Grunge is gone, so I have to look for it in any kind of stamp set. And I love that kind of stuff that you can just add to the back. And we're just going to add it a little bit because I don't have a whole lot of extra space. So we're just going to kind of go in, but it really makes a difference. I'm going to angle this to kind of go around the leaf to try not to get a lot on the leaf. Same with right here. and just kind of fill in your spots so you don't have just big old empty white space. Okay, see the difference? Let me come, I should have brought you guys a little closer. So you can see the difference here with the little splashes of, you know, the little crumb cake there. And I'm going to just add a little down here. Just kind of looks like it fills up. Now this one, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to stamp it to dry it off and just get a little bit on the edge just to kind of bring in right there. Okay, so now I didn't stamp all over that. And same thing, I'm going to bring in a little bit right there because I already have other stuff there, but that way your page isn't all white. And so this one, I'm going to come in just like this. And then I'm going to come in like this right here. And so I just like to put a little bit here and there. And I think that's it. Okay, so that's it for that. Thank you, Bonita. All right, now what we're going to do is we need to bring in the middle of our flower and our memento. And we're just going to just stamp them. Look how pretty that is. It just really adds so much. All right, there is our flowers, and that's our DSP. So imagine doing this with the whole sheet, and then you end up with, like, this one was really close, this one wasn't as close. I could have added another flower over here if I wanted, you know, so it's just kind of whatever you want. I really like doing the one because you can really condense it and make it more. Now you could do this on a full sheet, but what you would do is you would do like 2 or 3 flowers and then do them, and then you would change your colors out and just keep kind of making them close. But it's really hard to gauge when you're first stamping with just your little green circles. So, you know, you've got to kind of pick and choose and get your idea. Okay, so we can go ahead and put this on our black. So let's just make sure that this is good. So let's add this to our black and have it out of the way. And we will move to our sentiment. Again, I'm going to do it this way because I want the yellow to show my Mango Melody. It's got a tiny, tiny border. So I like to get it right up there. And then I drop it, make sure that's even, and the rest should be fine. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. We are going to bring in our Stamparatus. Probably win everything. Oh, good, Becky. See, now if I make you guys want it, you should get it from me. Just kidding. I know you guys are demonstrators, a lot of you, but I'm just being funny. Okay, so now I'm going to put my white piece of paper in there. When I put my sentiment in, I try to put it close to the edge. That way, when I do cut this down, then I could just cut these 2 spots, okay? So I kind of, you know, try to make it close, and I may need to still sliver a little off, but I'm good with the placing of this. What I'm going to do is get some washi tape or something, and I've got some Post-it tape. So I am going to, as closely as I can, get right up to the hello, but not mess up the hello. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to take this little piece and break it up because the F goes up into the hello. I'm just going to put that right over the tip right there. Can you see that little piece right there? And then I'm going to take this one with the straight edge and go right up to the D. Goes right up to the friend. Okay. So let's take this. I've got my pad under here. We're going to take our memento, and you could use markers if you prefer to do it that way. And we're going to ink it up. Now, this stamp set has like little hash marks. Like it could be like oh, someone's calling me. I'm sorry. I should turn my sound off. That would be my son. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Okay, now we're gonna just keep inking it until you get a nice ink. Because of this, you're not gonna be able to ink it up again unless you re-put your tape. Then what I do is I just take my pokey tool and lift it up, because you want to make sure that your ink stays good. And I'm going to throw this away. You don't want to reuse it. It's got black all over on it. And then we're going to go down, and I'm just going to take my little press tool and make sure it's nice and dark. All right. However, for all of you that now want to get this set, you guys can give me a thumbs up, because I'm making you spend more money. Yay. Okay, so now I'm going to take off the black. Make sure that's all cleaned off. Now what I'm going to do is if it goes back over, it's not a big deal. It's got black. I'm not too worried about that. But now what you want to do is you want to take some masking tape again, or Post-it tape, or whatever you have. And I want to go over the hello, and we're going to cover that up. So for the O, I'm going to go at an angle so I can get that D on there. We want to make sure we get the D. And then we want to go all the way across, but I'm going to go up a ways because I want to get that F in there from the friend, right? So I'm going to cut this because it's going upward, and then this is going to come back down. Does that make sense? Because you want to get that F in there, and you want to get that D in there. Okay, so now we're going to come in with polished pink. All right, and now just get that nice and inky. Okay, so it looks good. Oh, bad. That would have been bad. Take that off. And I see a little pink spot right there, but don't worry about it. We'll fix it. Because I almost forgot to take that off. That would have not been good. Okay, we're going to get our friend on there that's nice and pink. Okay, so there we go. Let me just clean that up real quick. All right, so there we go. There is our hello friend. Now I'm trying to get my magnets apart. I know, Tashana, right? I was like, wait a minute. I know you know how many times that's been done by me. So many. All right, I'm going to put this back in here real quick because we are done with that. Before I wonder what happened to it and it's sitting in my Stamparatus, because that is exactly where my white paper was. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And I do believe, okay, so what I do is the words, I want them to go right up against this right here. So if you have this trimmer, this is how I do it. But you can kind of gauge it when you're cutting. I take my words right up to about there, and then I know that that has a decent little border for me. Same thing here. I'm going to take those words right up, and that one doesn't even need to be cut. Then I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to take the words right up to, which is my little F right there. Hold the plastic and cut it and then turn it to do this side. And my H goes right up. So I don't measure at this point. This is what I want, so I'm good with that. Now I'm going to measure it, okay? Oh, Gloria, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you can last a little longer. So this is 2.5. And it really kind of ends up almost on the average here. And then 1 and 4, 5, 6 eighths. Okay, so let's go with the black now. 2.5. So we're going to go just barely over that. 2.5. And I'm going to go to 2 and I think I just barely went up. So I'm going to go to 4 and 5/8. So the measurements are all in how you cut it. So I just did it wrong. Oh, maybe it's this one. Yeah. So here we go. And now there's a couple things you could do. Sometimes I just add it on there and then measure it out a little bit. And then sometimes I just lay it on there and I bring it in. Sometimes I measure it, so it's all up to you. So I'm going to bring it over a little. And this is what I like to do, because when you pull it out, you can look and see. You can always adjust it a little bit. So that's why I like to do it that way. And now we're going to do the same with my Mango Melody. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to lay that on there. Give a little bit of a bigger border. So this is just another way, because you can adjust it as you go. So I'm going to bring it in to right about there. And I'm looking up at the top. And I'm looking to see how much space is right here. And like I said, you could always adjust it and center it, but it's close enough. So this is a great way to measure. I know I have some customers that do not. I actually have a teammate too, wink wink, not mentioning your name, that measuring is just maybe that's why she cheated off of me in math. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, measuring sometimes is not the easiest for everybody, and even sometimes I'm struggling. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I just do this, and now you can take it and just kind of center it where you want it. So if it's a little off, it's not that big of a deal. So this is really kind of a great way to do measuring if you're just kind of trying to figure out your measurements, and especially when I cut it like that, it's not a perfect measurement. Then you can just kind of do this. All right. I hope the guillotine cutter comes back. I'm just so sad. But I know a lot of you have, you know, guillotine cutters, so of a different brand also. And that's, you know what, sometimes you just got to use what you got. And sometimes the guillotine is perfect for that one particular project. Oh, before I add this, because I forgot, and normally I would do it before I added it to the black, but it's black, so not a big deal. I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to take my leaf, and I'm just going to put a little leaf, and I'm going to kind of go off, and then I'm going to take the little one, and I'm just going to go right up here like that, just to add a little something right there. Okay, so let's do that. That's a big white space right there, so I decided to kind of fill it in. Right, Becky? Olivia, you're so funny. That's exactly why she copied off of me. Not sure I was the one. You know what's funny is my husband's like, oh, didn't you learn that in school? Whatever, we're talking about history or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I learned it right up until I took the test. Once the test was done and I passed, psh, out the window it went. It was not important. And I mean, obviously it would have been nice if I remembered some of that stuff, but I'm getting by just fine without it. All right, so I can tell right now that this little tiny corner right here is just a sliver off. So what I'm going to do is take it back in. I measure the part that looks right. And then I go back down just to make sure that that one little corner, and I can tell you, you guys are going to laugh, but this is what I saw. That, oh, I forgot how close I was, sorry. So this little sliver of paper is what I could tell that I was off. So now I'm feeling better. Especially when you do something like this, you want to just make sure that it's just right. All right. Now we're just going to put this on with a sliver, lightly dropping. Okay, and I'm good with that. Now we're going to put this aside and we're going to bring in our gorgeous crepe ribbon. All right, so again, how I like to do it is I made a double bow and I hold it like this is the bow, okay? And I bring it up like this because it's kind of like it's the knot, okay? So it went one way and then back. Let me stick my finger back in here. Okay, so I just kind of grab it like that's my bow. And then I grab it, I want the bow to go right about there, come back up and give me a tail. So I'm gonna go right to about there. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys, are you guys too close or are you guys good? Let me know if you need me to move. All right, so now I can make my bow. So I'm gonna leave about that much tail. I'm going to do a double bow. Now, if you guys haven't seen my bows, make sure you go to my video. I have a video on bow making, and I go really slow, and I do it multiple times. Right, Olivia? That is a great ruler. All right, so there's my bow, and I'm going to put it right about there. So I'm going to get a glue dot. I already kind of know what I want. I want this about right here because I want to see this flower. I already have purple up here. So I'm going to have it go right about there. So I'm now, because this is a lot lower, I'm going to decide, do I want my bow on the bottom or at the top? And I think I'm going to do it on the top because the bottom is just too much down there. I'm going to put it up here. So we're going to go right there. And I'm going to put my bow right about there. Okay. So now I'm going to go down and I'm not going to put it on the front, but you're going to take your bow down and I'm going to go right here and I want it right on the back. It just kind of helps you figure out where your bow's gonna go. Okay, we're gonna put it right there. We're gonna come back up and then I'm gonna put it right on the back side there, and it just kind of helps it. Oh, Benita, you could do it. You have time right now. Practice, practice. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is you could just come like this and glue it, but see how it's coming out? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my bow this way, and it's going to be a short tail because of the sentiment. We're going to come this way. Okay, so it's just coming, oh, was I off screen? Sorry. And right here, it's going to come straight down and you're going to tug it over because you want this to be your tail over there. So what I like to do is take right here, take a glue dot, pull your tail, and then I put it right there so it doesn't try to go back the other way. Hope that makes sense. And then just fix your bow how you want it. We could take our sentiment and we can go under and we'll fix our bow as we go. Or we could do it out this way a little bit or down. And I think I'm going to do it right about there. And then we'll fix that bow in a minute. So let's get some dimensionals. Boy, I need to use up my scraps in there. They're starting to attach themselves. Look. Kind of crazy. Okay, so we're going to put our dimensionals. I like to put one in the middle when it's kind of long so that it doesn't kind of sink and cave in right there. And we're going to do this. And plus you'll get to see the green a little bit more. All right, so we're going to pull this over, and I'm just going to snug right up to there. I'm going to go down even just a little farther because I want to see that mango melody there. Now we're going to I'm going to make this a little shorter just so we can have it see our sentiment there. Now we can take our card base. Now, the thing I did with this when I did the single card is I measured this to be the front of the card base. When I did my other panels, these are actually 5.5 by 4 1/4 because I'm going to cut them down. It was a full sheet, remember, and that's where I'm going to get the small portion to put in here. So I'm going to make more of these. So what I'm going to end up doing, and all I did is take the strip of the black like this and cut it, and that gives me a little piece in the inside. And I did put a panel of white. I'm going to pull this out because I can tell I am going off screen from normal because I came close. Sorry about that. So I just put a little bit of black. There is a white sheet panel in here, and you could put something else behind that if you wanted. So it's whatever you want to do. On this card, I did something a little different because the flowers were so small. And so I did a little border of flowers falling. So it's just kind of whatever you want. But so that just kind of gives you an idea. So I'll worry about the inside later. We are going to attach this. And I like to go down even on the ribbon with my seal. All right, so here we go. I like to take it in the middle and just kind of go to the top like this. Look at the space that I have on the bottom, drop it, but I still have control over here to move it where I want it, and that's where I want it. So we have that little pink spot right there. So I'm going to take my little butterfly, and these have adhesive on the back, and I'm going to put that right over that pink spot. And then I'm just going to add a larger one. And maybe a larger one up here. And I think I'll just put another little tiny one like over right here. And that's 4, so we're going to add another one. And I'll just have this little one just following the big one right there. So the thing I didn't do is my Wink of Stella, which normally I would do before I did my butterflies, but that's okay. And I want to make sure, I feel like this is a little crooked. So I'm going to carefully lift this a little bit and just pull it down a tiny bit. There we go. Much better. All right. Oh, Gloria, you're sweet. Oh, Sharon, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. All right, so now I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this under because this one's nice and clean, although it's going to get splattered, but that's okay. I just squeeze it just a little bit. I don't want it super, super wet, but I do want some, and then I can go. If you don't have a lot squeezed out, look at it's more like a mist. Can you see? It's like a mist on there. And I like it like that better than the big drops, and it just depends. Some cards I like big drops, some cards I like just the mist. And so there we go. Oh, I hear sirens. All right, so there we go. Look how pretty that is. And if you did a whole sheet, it's just really, you would just have 4 cards, boom, all at one time. I'm really liking the more full one, but I also just love this. So I hope you guys like that. And I made this bow a little bigger. I like the little one better. It's just easier to put into a card. This one, you'd have to kind of move around and get it down there. So, shh, my dog hears the sirens too. Wondering what's going on. All right, I hope you guys like that. I'm still looking for ideas on what to do for our December bingo. Thanks, Bonita. Thanks, Jennifer. Oh, Iona, my son just moved here from there. He was a correctional officer. So he tells me that too. Gosh, thank you, everybody. It was very, very sweet. So I'm still working on bingo, and I'm kind of thinking we are going to do a DSP of sorts, which will be kind of fun. And so, like I said, I will announce what stamp sets we're going to use. It's going to be something out of the annual catalog, something that hopefully you have, but I'll give you time to get it. It is on December the 14th. So this 4 days I have. I'll be really working on bingo. I have 1 card done. I was requested to use Days to Remember, which is the calendar card, the calendar stamp set. So I do have something planned for that already, and I'm still working on the next 3 projects. So if there is something you would like to see, I do have a list of some items I'm going through that people have asked about. And you know, I know you guys know that sometimes you get into, you know, you're starting a project and you're like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. So you have to go to the next one. So sometimes if that's the case, when somebody asks for something specific and I don't do it, it's probably because I just haven't come up with the perfect thing yet. And sometimes you can come up with something, but you're like, I don't like it. And I'm not going to teach you something I don't like. And I'm not going to have you do a bingo with something that I don't like. So if you've suggested something and I haven't done it yet, that's why. I just haven't found the perfect project with it yet. However, I usually try to get it done. I finally got my hair cut too. Okay, so that's a good thing. I can see now. Thank you. All right, so we have a prize I'm going to give away. And so this is the tape cutter, and this is how it works. I have one on my tape. It's not Stampin' Up. It's just something I've had for quite a few years. I got it from I got a Fun Fold. Okay, Laura, let me write this down. Let me write it down. Fun Fold. Starting a new post-it because I got all this stuff done. Bingo. Fun Fold. I think I can do that. Okay, so anyway, I've had this for a long time. I got it like at a scrapbook expo years and years and years ago. Well, I went online and found them, and so my upline, she was asking me about them, and so I found it, and so I have some. So I'm going to give one away. And actually, I'm going to give another one away on my next video. So again, same rules. Come back to this video after it's over. Leave a reply down below. Leave a comment. And then you will go into the drawing for the next one. And I will give another one away. Okay? So it gives you the directions on it. It's super easy. You just unhook it like this. And it fits like 3 different sizes, and as this gets smaller, you can make it smaller, and it's a wonderful tool. So what I'm going to do is go to my video. Let's see here. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong one. Here we go. So these are from the people that commented. Uh-oh, wrong one. All right, here we go. Okay, so I know Susan is from another country, so we are going to pick another one because she won the last time, which is kind of funny. Terry P. Terry P. Congratulations. Yay, Terry. Well, Terry, it's a great gadget, and you are the winner. Susan won prior on something else, and then she ended up that she was not in the U.S. And sadly, I do only the U.S. because otherwise it will add up for postage, and I just chose to keep it that way. You are welcome. So I am going to put your name on this right now. Let me find my other Post-its. All right. You are welcome. So I will get this out to you. And I happen to have your address. And so this will be going to you. All right, everybody, I'm glad you joined. Thank you so much. This card was really fun to create with you. Don't forget, leave a message on this video once it stops, and you can get all the colors and everything on my blog for this. And then on my next video, I will see. Yeah, Laura, so my bow video, thanks to Shauna, buzz you later. Happy Thanksgiving. There is a ribbon video or a bow video, so you can go check that out. It's really slow. I go slow. I do it multiple times, and I show you some different ideas. So you can check that out, and it's easy if you just keep practicing. So it'll get easier and easier. So good luck with that. All right, everybody, have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I will see you for sure on Sunday. And you never know, I might pop on before then, and I might pop on with a giveaway. So make sure you subscribe below and do the notifications so you can see. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I will see you Sunday, if not earlier. Bye, everybody.